Hey, so welcome to the next tutorial in Dmod creation tutorials. In the previous tutorial we created a blank script and attached it to this sprite right here, this tree, and we called it tree, so that's blank. And in this tutorial I'm going to be editing that script to make that tree do something. So what we're going to first do is we're going to open that script, we're going to press properties and go to edit, and we'll close that properties page. And let's say we want that tree to actually talk to Dink. Now I know usually a tree wouldn't talk, but this is just for an example. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit this script right here to make this tree say something. So let's say we wanted that tree to say hi whenever Dink talked to it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to write the script. It probably won't make any sense yet, but that's okay. I'll explain it in a bit. So there's the script. That will actually, if you actually write that script out, pause the video right here, and I'll zoom it in right now. So there you go, and copy that script into your tree.c and save it and try it out. You'll see that when we go into the Dmod, go down and talk to this tree, you'll see that the tree actually says hi right there. So that's all that happens, it just says hi. Dink can still walk around and do stuff, but whenever we talk to the tree it says hi. And you can actually walk through it because it isn't set to hard, but that's okay. Okay, so let's say we wanted Dink to respond to that tree. We'll do that in a minute, but first I'm going to explain this script so you know actually what's happening here. Okay, so I'm going to explain this script in parts. First I'm going to explain this line right here. This is the line that actually makes the tree talk. So I'm actually going to cut that down here while I explain it. Okay, so as you can see, this is it's got say, and then it's got a whole heap of text inside some brackets right here, and a semicolon. So this is a say command. So I'm going to explain this line in parts. So first off we have the say. Basically this lets the game know that it has to make a sprite say something. And inside the bracket, inside the brackets right here, is the sprite that's going to say something and what that something is. So first off, as you could probably tell, this is a something that the sprite's going to say, and that's hi. And as you can see, that's put in quotation marks. And then the last part is the sprite that's going to say it. And you might be wondering, why is it called the current sprite with that little end sign before it, and current sprite? That's because that and current sprite is actually the sprite that the script is attached to. So in this case the script is attached to the tree, so if we make the current sprite say hi, the tree's gonna say hi because the script is attached to the tree. So that is a sprite that the script's attached to. And so the current sprite is going to say hi. And you might be wondering what this comma here is for. This basically separates what the sprite's going to say and which sprite's going to say it. So it's fairly straightforward. You have a comma after what it's going to say, and then a space, and then you write what's going to say it, which is the current sprite. And then you close the bracket, and you'll notice there's a semicolon right here. That is put at the end of any command. That just lets the game know that it's the end of a line, and you want to make sure you put that at the end of any command when writing scripts. So you might actually notice there's no semicolon at the end of this line. That's okay. I'll explain why in a minute. That's because this actually isn't a command, it's a procedure. And I'm going to leave this down here while I explain this. Okay, so this is the talk procedure. You can probably tell that because it says talk, and basically this just lets the game know that anything inside these curly brackets should happen when Dink talks to something, when he presses the spacebar. So what's going to happen is, if say Dink's standing here and he presses the spacebar, the game's going to check for any sprites near Dink with a script attached, and it will find the tree. It'll see that it has the tree script attached. It'll open that script, it'll read, and it'll find the talk procedure, and it will do everything between these curly brackets. And in this case we'll have this between the curly brackets, which I explained previously, which will make the tree say hi, because the tree is an current sprite. So that's that. Now that might seem pretty straightforward, that this is, you know, the talk procedure, because it has the talk there and then the brackets. But you might be wondering what these void things are. You have to write those when writing the procedures, but they literally do nothing. So yeah, that's basically what the explanation for that is. You have to write them there, so you have to write void, space talk, and then 2 brackets and void, and yeah, they basically do nothing. But it's this word right here that'll let you know what procedure you're looking at. So that's good, we've actually made the tree say hi, and that actually ends this tutorial because I'm running out of recording time. So I'm going to continue on with this script in the next video, and yeah, I'll see you then.